Hi, I'm Nathan Grimes. Some of you may know me, some of you may not. I tend to be pretty quiet most of the time. But anyway, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make my great-grandmother's sour cream pound cake and telling you a little bit of the story behind it. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking, that you're a little wary of a dessert with a title like that. I was a little unsure when I heard the title myself, just because, I envisioned a cake with sour cream on top of it, but don't worry, it's fine. I promise you it's edible. I had some of it. I made many other people try it. As mentioned before, this is my great-grandmother's recipe. Her name was Emma J. Grimes, born Emma J. Barr. I say only J for her middle initial because I'm not really sure what her middle name officially was. When she was born in Florida, it was supposed to be Josephine, but the doctor made a mistake and wrote down Justine. I've never been told conclusively whether she got it corrected at any point in her life, but I've always heard her referred to as Emma Josephine. I decided to make this cake, even though I never had it before a few weeks ago when I first made it, because I was never really that close to her. When I was younger, it was just a lot harder to connect because I really didn't know how to talk to her. When I was older, and that may have been possible, it was too late. She died in 2011 when I was 13, but before that, she developed Alzheimer's, and so I didn't see her once for the last couple of years of her life. And so that's really one of my biggest regrets, is that I never had a proper conversation or a proper relationship with my great-grandmother. Because if she were alive today, then we could and would talk for hours, just sit down and talk and have that proper relationship, but that's just not possible. And so by making her cake, I feel like in a way I'm getting to know the woman that I didn't really truly know when she was alive. Alright, so starting off, we have 6 eggs, 2/3 cup of canola oil, sour cream, rum flavoring, and 1/2 cup of sugar. So once you've got the eggs done, you need to beat them. Once you've done that, take your bowl, just add the egg mixture. So next step after you've added the eggs is to take the box cake mix, 1/2 cup of sugar, and 2/3 cup of any type of oil. So from what I was able to find out, pound cakes originated in Great Britain, with the stipulation, of course, that you use a pound of each ingredient, so it's a 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 ratio. Sour cream pound cakes, however, are an American variation, with the sour cream being a substitute for the butter. Alright, next step will be to mix it in the electric mixer and just put it on the very first setting. You'll add a small container of sour cream. Now this is about an 8 ounce container. Right. So just add the entire container to it. And when I was looking it up, I found that the reason that the sour cream is added in place of butter is to make it give it a bit of a lighter, make it less dense than a normal pound cake is, and to give it kind of a tangy flavor once it's all done. Next is to add the rum flavoring. Right. And it's just imitation rum extract. It's not real alcohol, proven, because I can buy this. So you just want 2/3 tablespoon. Now I'm not sure where the addition of the rum comes from. Wasn't able to really find that in the research, but it may just be a regional variation. Right. Then just stir it in manually with just a We'll just mix it in well. And so at this stage or at any time before, you'll want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. For this stage, you're going to want to oil your butter pan. Now, and you're going to want to spray this well, because the first time I did this, I did not spray it well, and it crumbled. We had to put many pieces back together. All right, so once you've got this, all I have to do, stick in the oven that you've already preheated to 350 degrees. You put it in there for about 45 minutes. Now it's time to start with the glaze. You want to do this about 10 minutes before you take it out of the oven, just because you want to put it on while it's hot. If you do it when it's cold, then the glaze won't seep into the cake and make it as moist as you want. You'll have a dry cake. Alright, so starting off, take a cup of sugar, of buttermilk. Put a teaspoon of rum flavoring in there. Last step is to take half a stick of butter. The recipe actually says oleo, which took us a little while to figure out what it meant, but just a half stick of butter. So you want to go ahead and put it on high, and a little before the 5-minute mark, just so you'll have it ready and you can check the cake. All right, and stop. Set this aside, and you want to check the cake. Just make sure it's all good. And so long as it all comes out, then it's time to take the cake out. All right. Hopefully this all comes out. So what you want to do is you want to take a fork, and just poke it, that way the glaze will be able to seep in. Want to leave that to soak for a little while and to cool down, let all the glaze seep into there. Hopefully I'm going to be bringing something like this to class on Wednesday.